And just like that, Nashville, man, just like that, we're back. We're back, man. Good morning to you guys. Good morning again. Monday morning, Nashville. We here, man. We here. Black Man Vent 2 Podcast, Nashville. Have you heard a Black Man Vent today, man? Very excited. Music and entertainment is the season that we in. And guys, man, we got a great episode for you on today. And just excited again to be a part of you guys Monday morning. Nashville, we hope that you've enjoyed the music and entertainment season so far. Let's learn about our new guest on today's show, Mr. Jeremias Elston. Nashville, let's check this brother out. He was born August the 27th. Pops, your birthday, 28th, man.
28th,
yeah,
August 28th.
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Born August 27th.
Yeah, don't forget it, nigga.
Right. Born August 27th in the heart of the city, man. So born and raised in Nashville. He's participated in the following sports throughout his life: football, basketball, baseball, golf, swimming, soccer, skateboarding, and even karate. Mr. Elston has played various instruments over his lifetime: alto sax, bass guitar, xylophone, violin, and even drums. During his high school era, he led Hendersonville High School to a state championship appearance and was also selected to the All-American Offense and Defense game in Orlando, Florida. He later took his talents to Tennessee State University in 2015 to play quarterback, and he's not no dumb brother. He was on the dean's list as well.
Yeah.
Actively involved at Tennessee State University, he was former rescue coordinator for Architectural Engineer Institute, member of American Society of Civil Engineers, volunteered at the Nashville Rescue Mission, Samaritan Ministries, and participated in multiple residential development projects within the Architectural Engineer Institute. Nashville, he is also a member of the Alpha Theta chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Frat so nice you can say it twice. Later, he was elected as the Exchequer, appointed as Junior Vice Polemarch, became Polemarch of the chapter, and strategist of South Central Province in 2018. And his most recent dwelling within Kappa, he became a life member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated in 2020. Elected president of Architectural Engineer Institute, as well as recruiting coordinator for the American Society of Civil Engineers. He was selected to take part in a study abroad trip while in college in Turkey, and was honored during that as the top computer science student. During this time, COVID hindered the trip, so he wasn't able to take the trip. However, that is when Top Flight, the brand, was born, and we're excited to have Jeremias on and talk a little bit more about Top Flight, the brand. It is a multifaceted business, from clothing, entertainment, to music.
All right.
Currently, Nashville, Mr. Jeremias is a radio personality on Streets 99.3 Radio in Nashville, Tennessee. In 2020, his music and entertainment career began. He collabed with names known as Daniel Cartwright, Warren Sawyers, Elijah Caldwell, Richard Hill, and more, and all of them came together to birth what today is being Top Flight, the brand. His first album, Nashville, is out now. Make sure y'all go check that out on all of our platforms as well as all of his platforms, as he will announce them throughout this episode. First album dropped July the 15th, Nashville, and it is called Flight Season, SZN. Flight Season. It dropped July the 15th. Make sure y'all check that out. Nashville, man, the dude got a long bio, man. So I tried to put it all in one setting. But he's a good friend of mine, a good brother, man, and just somebody that I've always looked up to. Without further ado, man, presenting some, introducing to others, my good brother, Jeremias Elston. Big dog, how you doing this Monday morning?
Man, I'm doing great. How are you?
Man, good, brother. Good, man. Good to see you. Glad to have you on, man. And let's get into this vent, dog. I know, man, that music industry got a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, going on within the industry, man. But before we even get into the meat of the episode, man, just kind of highlight a little bit more with Nashville, man, about your life, your mission, man. Where do you get your drive from? Just pretty much, man, just go on that route and just let Nashville know who you are and what you do, what you're about.
Yeah, like you said, man, Jeremias Elston. I go by the name of Abu the Don. Most people don't really know my real name, but he kind of blasted it out.
You're welcome.
But on a serious note, yeah, man, like I said, Abu the Don. I've been playing sports my whole life. So, you know, growing up playing sports, went to Hendersonville High School, Uh, like I said, took us to a state championship appearance. We lost, unfortunately. I'm talking, we got thracks, but like it was a fun time though for sure. You know, like you said, went to TSU, played football, players Kappa, uh, president of multiple organizations on campus. Um, and you know, the biggest thing when it came down to it was uh, I was able to pledge Kappa and become the highest award, the highest undergraduate award, which is a Guy L. Grant. That was a big accomplishment. Like you said, life member as well. And then now, once quarantine happened, you know, football wasn't my passion anymore. It became music.
Right.
And so,
Right.
you know, my biggest drive now is just being able to really make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love music. I always loved music, but I never thought I was gonna be an artist. You know, I've always been a boss. I've always been a leader.
Yeah.
But when it came down to actually making music, like, you know, being able to put my emotions, that diary on the wax, like, I like it. It's a more of a great feeling now.
Yep.
And so that's really my passion. You know, I just like to be able to, you know, say what I gotta say.
Yep.
Keep it pushing, and you know, I guess you can say that's my way of venting.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Hey, man. So, Mr. Jeremiah, man. First of all, good to meet you, man, and good to have you on our platform,
Oh,
man.
yeah, for sure.
But so what is your message in your music? Since you say you vent in your music, what is the message?
Shoot, that everybody's human. You know, that like everything that I've been through, everything that you go through, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we feel like, I'm the only person feeling this. I'm the only person going through this. And you put yourself in like a little box, and then you really just don't pay attention to everything around you. But shoot, I got a song called Karma. I literally wrote it. I didn't even write it. I really just freestyled it the other day, just off what I was going through. And in the studio, everybody was like, we done been through the same thing. You know, so that's really what my message is when it comes down to the music. It's like, you know, of course we might rap about money, cars, girls, all that, but at the same time, it's a lot of seriousness in some of those bars. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I done been through that, you done been through that. Cool. This how I cope with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get through it.
Yeah.
You can see how I am now. So you know it didn't bring me down to the point where I crashed out.
Come on.
And that's the biggest thing that I want, you know,
respect.
the youth to really understand. And even people older than me and my same age, you know, it's like music touch people on a different level when it come down to it. So it's like, regardless of your age, your platform, how old you are, your beliefs, music you always gonna feel music. So that's really why I took a passion in it, for real.
Yeah, man. Yeah, music is like that common denominator, man, for every culture, man. That once you hear the beat, man, and you know, even you might not know the words, but you hear the beat, man, and that just kind of just bring you together, man. I know I live next door to some Mexican family, man. I don't know them words, man, but them beats be sounding right, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So that music is that thing that brings us all together. For music to be like that touching and how it touches the heart, God has to love music, man. He got to be a God of music. You know what I'm saying?
And then black music.
Oh man, come on now.
Every music, you know, has its lane, but I feel like black music hit different. You know what I'm saying? It hit different, man. We got a lot of pain, man, and stuff that goes in black music. But again, man, just glad to have you on, bro. One thing I did want to ask you, man, is talk about Top Flight, the brand, man. What's the vision, man? Talk about the label. Who do you have under the label as far as artists, man, and what do we look forward to moving forward?
I bet. Top Flight really, like I was saying earlier, it started off as really a gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, in black culture, we click up. And it started off as, you know, us as family, you know. Like me, everybody who was an OG in Top Flight, for real, we all different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got outcasts, we got dope boys. You also got athletes, you got musicians. So everybody came together because it was hey, we all mess with each other. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, growing up, you know, everybody vision of things don't really align. And so it's instead of falling out, it was a more so like hey, let's grow. You know what I'm saying? That growing apart. So, you know, me and Spiffy, we kept it going throughout the years, going to school, We kept it going with parties.
Yeah.
That was our way of keeping it alive.
Yeah.
And then we decided like, hey man, I really don't want to work.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, bet. So I invested stupid bread into making it a clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let's take something we already been doing and people already kind of know the name.
Yeah.
And do that.
Yeah.
With everything's not gonna work.
True.
And so
True.
I had to understand that, I put up upwards of almost 10,000 just to try to make it work. It didn't. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, you know what I'm saying? And so I didn't let that discourage me. I just kept it going.
Yeah.
So cool, let's go on a different path. You know what I'm saying? This didn't work, but hey, let's use these shirts to brand. Let's use this to brand something else. So after that, that's when quarantine hit. And Spiffy and Warren, my line brother Warren Cash, they did, Warren decided he wanted to be a producer. So Spiffy was over. We always over at the studio, just they cooking up.
Yeah.
Man,
Right.
I'm over here like, bruh, let me do something.
Yeah. Right.
Can I have some fun too?
Yeah.
Like,
Tag me.
y'all making some good music
Yeah, right.
and some good beats, and I want to try it. Let me freestyle real quick.
Yeah.
So then I said, boom, I freestyled this song called "Cruising." It's kind of like a West Coast vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I recorded it. I was like, hey, this is hard. Just having fun. Like I never thought I was gonna take it serious.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, my girlfriend at the time, I sent it to her. She was like, LOL, not you trying to be a rapper. I said, yeah, I am, just playing around, knowing I wasn't. And she didn't really give me too much of a positive feedback from it. It was more so like all right, stop.
Yeah.
So really, if it wasn't for that,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be we're still making music because I wanted to prove her wrong.
Yeah.
And so like that motivated me so
Yeah.
much because I'm like, bro, I love you, and you over here sitting here telling me that something I'm telling you that I want to do,
Yeah,
even if
probably
I'm
didn't stay
lying.
together
You know what I'm
long.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're not even gonna get on that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel
even
you.
though it's
I
some,
feel
even if I'm joking, like you telling me, nah.
you. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, so after that, man, I stayed in the booth. Like, so we made the first album, and looking back on it, you can tell that the quality wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell it was the first, but you could tell we was having fun and we was getting better.
Right.
And so on the first album though, I had a feature from Trey Da Vinci. Trey Da Vinci, he's a big artist in Memphis.
Yeah.
I had a feature from Lil Stain, Crimson, Lotus, and then like I said, going to the ring, I met a lot of different artists there too.
Yeah.
And so, shout out Trill, but she introduced me to some dope artists from different cities. And so I linked up with them too. And so then boom, my whole album was done, that first one.
Yeah.
So then I put it out, and I had already recorded one of my favorite songs that was going on to my next album already. So at the album release party, we dropped the album, but we dropped that one too.
Yeah.
He was like, oh no, bro, like, this is hard. We need this. I saw that even motivated me even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so after that, boom, the first album was called Quarantine Dream. Just off of the fact of literally, I didn't think that this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I thought this is gonna be my last album. I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
So this is a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Then once everything was going on with the protests, stuff like that, the next album was called Civil War. Just because of everything that was going on, and I was trying to find my sound too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to figure out: do I need to sing? Do I need to rap? Do I need to be more pain? Do I need to be more drill? What do I need to do? And so, the Civil War on the cover of it is literally best of both worlds type deal. And so, with that being said, that album really solidified. You need to make music because people really was rocking with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so after I did that, after I dropped that one, I said, you know what? I got a lot of love songs, stuff for the ladies.
Yeah.
So I'm trying like, hey, what should I do? But I had a quote always. I had shirts back from 2014, 2015 saying, ladies love our boo. And so
Mm-hmm.
that became the idea stuck in my head. Like, okay, that's gonna be the album. That's
Yeah.
gonna be the EP.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in between the Civil War
Mhm.
and Ladies Love Our Boo,
Mhm.
that's when I teamed up with some of my childhood friends who actually was making music.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one thing I saw was they didn't know what they was doing,
Mm.
promoting wise. They didn't know what they
Mhm.
was doing, marketing wise. They didn't know what they was doing
Mhm.
when it came down to getting their name out,
Yeah.
getting shows.
Yeah.
And that's right up my alley because I throw parties.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can get on any show.
Yeah.
I got, you know what I'm saying? I can talk my butt off when it comes
Right.
down to finessing you.
Right.
So when it came down to being able to really market, I said, hey, look, these is the guys that I see in Nashville right now that don't have their head stuck up their butt
Mhm.
and is going to be willing to really work and
Yeah.
try to make it.
Mhm.
And so I hit up, like you said, Elijah, who is Max. I hit up Rich, Cardo, and we linked up.
Mhm.
And, you know, at first it was kind of like a hesitation.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know really what you're trying to do. I don't know what the vision is, but, you know, I'm hosting at the Bridgestone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that once they
Yeah.
seeing the real connections,
Right.
they like, Ryan never been on stage at
At
no
the Bridgestone.
Bridgestone.
Yeah. Right.
I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah.
never been in a
Right.
club
Right.
for free popping bottles like
Right.
this. Like,
Mhm.
and that's what I'm like, bro, this is our lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come, let's do this together because I know I can't make it by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I took my pride aside and I had to, you know, think like, hey, when it come down to it, we can really make it.
Yeah.
And so once I brought them onto the team,
Mhm.
you know, I brought an engineer on by the name of Zay Boy. We
Mhm.
actually worked together.
Mhm.
And so the team just started showing more and more, just being more talented, more stacked.
Mhm.
And then we ended up adding Gio to the team. He went to TSU with me. And so now Top Flight going crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like
That's
you
what's up.
said, our album dropped last Friday,
Mhm.
Flight Season. When I tell you that's probably the hardest album to
Mhm.
come out of Nashville in a
Word.
while.
Uh-oh.
And I say that with confidence.
All
Like,
right. All right.
if you anybody can listen to it. Like
Yeah.
I sat down and let my mom hear it, and she broke out in tears. She was like, "Ryan, never think that you'll make it this far with the music. Like,
Oh man.
it really
Wow.
sound good.
That's
you know what I'm
good,
saying?
man.
Wow, that's
And
That's
so,
good.
That's what's
like,
up.
when it come down to it, like,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Look, you got the
Yeah.
ultimate stamp, man. Mom
Yeah.
star,
Yeah.
boo
Oh,
hoo,
yeah.
man.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's the
Oh,
ultimate
yeah.
stamp right
That's
there,
what's up.
man.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
what's up,
That's
man.
real good,
Nashville,
man.
make sure y'all check out Flight Season, man. It'll definitely be on all our platforms, and we'll also make sure that we show our boo that respect, man, and put it on his platforms. Well, it's already on his platform. Make sure y'all go check the album out.
Yeah,
Make sure y'all go
yeah.
check the album out, man, and look into that. But
Yeah.
I gotta touch on this, man. I love your story first off, man, with Top Flight the brand, because what you're showing me, my dad, and this podcast is that we can all conquer the same goal
I'm liking
together.
that we. I
You know
like
what I'm
that
saying?
we.
I like how
Yeah.
you're not really
Yeah.
just saying I.
That we.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
keep on
But
saying we.
Yeah, you keep
I like that.
incorporating, man, a team thing.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, you said it, man. Let's talk about the ones that do got their head stuck up their butt. You talking about this industry, man, music and entertainment. How do you deal with that, man? Just as a dude, man, that is a boss, that is a leader, that has birthed this label, you know what I'm saying, man, just off the top of your head. When you get those ones, man, that's got their heads up their butt, or you probably dealt with some during the, you know what I'm saying, the recruiting
Getting to
process and
this
had
point,
to cut them
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So in your own way, vent about that a little bit.
It really comes down to being able to let go. Like, you gotta love someone enough to be able to let them go.
Ooh.
That comes with a relationship,
Dang,
friendship,
boy.
That's
business.
Big.
Wow.
That's
Like,
big.
and that's really what it was. Like,
Yeah.
when it came down to it, like you said, I did have an artist that was with the team, and dude's talented. Like, honestly, makes better music than me. If you want to be real,
Wow.
like, dude
Yeah.
is hard.
Yeah.
But I saw something in him that I didn't see in nobody else really, because he's so talented, but he is so lost. And so I wanted to help him, but he didn't want to listen to it because he was so. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Prime example. I said, like I said, I was hosting Bridgestone, and like I told them, I said, hey, I got a vision for what I'm trying to do. When it come down to these shows, show your face.
Yeah.
Meet these artists. Meet they managers.
Right.
Meet the people behind the scenes, because that's what's gonna boost you. Well, I want to perform, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like that, it's not
Yeah.
your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
This isn't about you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I think this is my hit single. That's fine.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be the last time I'm gonna be on the
Mhm.
stage.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be the last time that we're gonna be able to have this opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Right.
just follow what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, bro, the connections that I'd have made when it comes down to certain things, it's like I can literally call them up and be like, hey, I got this idea, I got this.
Mhm.
Can you do it for me? If not, how much I need to pay?
Mhm.
And they're gonna right then tell me.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna be like, oh, I mess with you, I got you.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So opportunities open up all the time. So it was more so I had to really sit down and have that talk like, hey, bro, relax, bro. Like, this ain't your time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's not me trying to hold you back. It's
Yeah.
more so trying to let you understand you're gonna spend all this money trying to do something you're not ready.
Not ready.
Your
Yeah.
image not here.
Yeah.
You got the sound, but
Yeah.
when it come down to actually being an artist,
Yeah.
you don't have that yet.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, you want to bring your best foot forward, not no BS. So when it come down to it, relax.
Yeah.
Just take a step back.
Yeah.
So dude ended up dropping the song anyway. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? So I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna let you do you. This is your career. I don't have you on no paperwork, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because we all friends. I don't
Right.
want y'all to think I'm trying to take no money out your pocket.
Right.
Like nothing. So when he did all that, I had a meeting with the rest of the artists. Like, hey, bro, how y'all feel? What do y'all really think? Cause I don't like this. It's more so a me, not a we.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. And they felt it too.
Yeah.
And so it was multiple times where it was like, hey, I feel like you should not drop this as promo. I think you should drop this.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm gonna do this. Like, okay, cool. Let him do his own thing.
Yeah.
So you're going down your own path instead of following us. So I'm gonna let you go. And so that's what happened with a couple of when I had 8 artists that was not listening. But when it comes down to other people that's around town,
Yeah.
bro, I'm gonna be real. They need me more than I need them. Because if you look at it from an artist perspective, what artist do you know has one of the hottest DJs in Nashville?
Yeah.
And Spiffy.
Yeah.
Producer.
Yeah.
We got 2 of the hottest producers, Spiffy and Warren. Then you gotta look at my profile, Chill. He on tour with Jelly Roll. He also make beats, him and Smokey. That's in my bag too.
Yeah.
Then you gotta look at K. K make most of my beats. You know what I'm saying? She's in my bag too. Then you gotta look at it from a perspective of parties.
Yeah.
I can get on any show I want to if I really want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes down to these big shows, these big concerts, Bridgestone, I can get on there if I want it. As an artist, you don't have no artist in Nashville can look me in my face and tell me they have any of that. Like they don't have none of that.
I respect.
And that's why I tell people all the time when it comes down to you saying you don't want to work, that's fine. You shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care if you're asking for some money. Money's not the issue. But when it comes down to, you know, actually being, oh, I'm bigger than you or I want it, that's fine. Keep that energy.
Yeah.
Because once we drop, once we do this, once you start seeing, you're gonna be begging just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like we got plenty of people begging to be in Top Flight, but I'm not gonna let it happen.
Yeah.
Strictly because it's like now you're seeing what's going on, and I already hit you up about it to be there. It's like you wasn't with us shooting in the gym, so I'm gonna let you sit here and get this championship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like that's what majority of my music be like, talking about loyalty.
Yeah.
Talking about the pain I done been through when it came down to women.
Yeah.
When it came down to, you know, being switched up, all that stuff like that. That's really what it is. So it's like, I ain't about to sit here and let you win with us.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pay.
Yeah.
But other than that, nah, I'm straight.
I feel you.
And that's how I look at all these people who really do stuff like that. Cause it's like, bro, I got homeboys that we grew up with or I've been knowing for 10, 15 years that switched up and said things and acted certain type of way because of music. Or felt like I was jumping in their lane. Or felt like, oh, you need to go back to just being a host. You know what I'm saying? Like I had people who used to literally hit me up every day like, hey, big bro, let me get on this. Hey, hi, what you think about this song?
Yeah.
As soon as I get on, start making music, now it's all distant. And it's like you really hating from far, but you really up close, you trying to act like you all cool and stuff. It's like,
that's
hey man,
Man,
you know what I'm
smile in
saying?
his face whole
You know
time
what
they
I'm
want to
saying?
take your place.
Come on now. So,
man. With that being said, Jeremiah, so with you having the network power that you have, man, and the power to get in these certain venues and be able to open these certain doors and go in these certain doors, what keeps you grounded as a brother, as a man yourself? What keeps you grounded?
man, knowing that it's somebody bigger than me, knowing that I ain't made it yet,
Yeah.
just being able to look at reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. I'm still in Nashville.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
I feel you.
This is Music City, but I don't want to be here. I don't. I want to move until I'm able to move and I'm making stupid bread off of music. I'm able to relax. My family's good. You know what I'm saying? Until then, that's gonna always keep me grounded and keep me hustling.
Keep you driving.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I know how hard my mama, my daddy, my whole family don't work to help prepare me for life.
Yeah.
And it's like all I want to do is be able to give back to them. And so until I'm able to do that, it's like you
Job
still
not
got
finished.
still got stuff to
Job
do. You
not
know what I'm
finished.
saying?
Yeah. Especially while you're young, man. You see your mom and your pops, man, put in that work for you all their lives, man, and try to raise you up right, man. And then you had to think yourself, man, I don't want to make them look bad. I don't want to make their legacy not be known, man. So
Yeah.
that's what I gotta do. I gotta put in this work, man, so that their name can continue to go on. Cause I'm a direct deposit of their name. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're doing, man. I think that's positive for all brothers, man, especially young black brothers, man. And I like the way y'all are coming together, man. We kind of missed it in a few generations, man, but we got to get back to that piece, man, where we unite. And like you said, from all different genre, all different type of ways of looking at things, but y'all were able to come together and make something happen, man. And that's good. I think that's real good, man. I think that's real good.
Nashville, man, we want to thank you guys for joining us, man. Black Man Vent 2. Have you heard of Black Man Vent today? We got Jeremias Elston, otherwise known as Abu. Make sure y'all check him out, man. Well, let's go into a commercial break real quick, Nashville, and we'll get more into the venting, man, behind this music and entertainment industry. Nashville, have you heard of Black Man Vent today? Just like that, Nashville, man. Just like that, we're back. We're back. Second part of this episode, the body mass index of music and entertainment in a black man with Jeremias Elston, otherwise known as Abu. Nashville, have you heard a black man vent today? I keep forgetting, man, we got a YouTube. So let me look at the camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For all of our YouTube people that's out there looking at us, man, we want to thank y'all for supporting us, man.
Appreciate
to
you.
our audio platform, make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube. Shout out to Taylor Made Images, man. Joshua Taylor. Make sure y'all check him out as well. Find us on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere.
Yeah.
Make sure you look us up, man. Make sure you look us
support.
up. Make sure you support.
Please support.
So shout out to our YouTube audience, man. But back to what we in, man. Music and entertainment with our guy Abu. Man, I gotta ask you. Social media. When you talk about music and entertainment, man, social media. A lot of pros in there, a lot of cons in there, man. Highlight with Nashville how important it is to have a social media presence, but in the same token of how important it is to not allow that presence to take too much of your identity.
Ooh. If you ask somebody else this question, you'll get a completely different answer. Because I feel like social media presence has helped open doors for me.
Word.
Like a lot of doors. Like you go and look at my following, people automatically gonna take you serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because plus you can also see that it's not, I didn't buy them. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
And so
yeah.
I know that a lot of people look at social media in a negative way, like, oh, people are doing this just to get likes, they're doing this. But you got to realize too, a lot of people are doing stuff for money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can get on social media and make bank.
Mm-hmm.
Like every post I do, I get paid off of.
Yeah.
Every post. So regardless of what I post, I can post literally this bottle of water and I'm getting money.
Yeah.
So you got to realize that too. Like, don't count people's pockets, but you got to understand that social media will have people going crazy because they like everything I do is gonna make money. The more hits I get, it's gonna make me money. You know what I'm saying? So it does kind of take away from the authenticity of a lot of people because they're driving after that money. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the industry, you know, I tell people all the time, don't focus so much on the number, focus on the reach. Like who's actually listening, who actually watching, who's actually going to sit here and come to a show, who's going to actually stream your music, who's going to look at your YouTube. You know, that's what's mostly important. So social media is a good thing and it's a bad thing too, because we can get overwhelmed with it, and to the point where we got 5,000 likes, but we ain't making no money because we ain't getting no streams, or we ain't getting no views on our YouTube. So you know, it can drive you crazy, but you got to look at it from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to switch up the angle you going at something. Sometimes you got to, you know, look at it and rework it and use those views and use those likes as a different way to market. So you know, you can look at it from different perspectives.
And then you've touched on this a couple times, man. And I feel like this is with any business that you're trying to grow. And naturally, Black people, we have a lot of talents, a lot of gifts, but marketing, not a lot of us are in that, you know. So just a quick question, man. How important is it to not necessarily just market, but know how to market in the lane that you're in? You know, we got a podcast, so we got our own lane. You know what I'm saying? You in the music industry, in the entertainment industry, that's similar, but that's a lane in itself. You know what I'm saying? How important is marketing, man?
Dude, marketing is crazy. Dude, I was on a 3-hour phone call with Instagram earlier about marketing. About what I need to do with my page. You know what I'm saying? And just being able to sit down and take notes. Like I had pages of notes. Just on how I can sit here and better my reach when it come down to music, when it come down to the events. You know what I'm saying? Like that's important. You know, you got people to go to school for marketing and they got a little bit of knowledge, but they don't even use it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because they so, like going back to the last question, they so focused on that number. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, man. When it comes down to it though, like I realize with music and with anything else, that guerrilla promo is important. Being out in the streets, being out and physically handing people stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can look at some on Instagram and just scroll past. But like that's the most important thing, man. It's really people seeing your face, interaction, and seeing, being able to look at you in your eyes and you be like, hey, hey, listen to this. You don't like it? Cool, but just listen to it. Just take it for me. Man, it'll get you along much further than just Instagram.
And for be real, how hard is it to do that? You know what I'm saying? Just get somebody to listen to a 3-4 minute song, a good 45 minutes to an hour, good podcast. I ain't trying to be biased, but man, we talking about some good stuff.
Talking about some good content, man.
Some good stuff, man. How hard is it, man, to just even get a listening ear, man?
Man, it's not really hard. Because if you look at half of the music that's on the radio, it is boo-boo. Like they're not talking about nothing.
That come from a brother in the industry. I've always thought that. But he said it though.
It's a lot of stuff. Like you know, when it comes down to music, I listen to a lot of Chicago drill. I listen to a lot of Rod Wave. I listen to, the reason why is because the beat. You know what I'm saying? I know that these stories they talking about, even though they might be talking about killing, even though they might be talking about robbing, they done been through it. I can relate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, growing up, the life that I lived wasn't something I had to do. It was my choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to even bring up my past to a lot of people because a lot of people don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Even my mom, dad don't even know a lot of stuff that I've been through.
For sure.
So it's like the stuff that I relate to is on a level of, you might be like, oh, these young guys over here just only want to hear about this. And then you might hear like, I don't want to hear that. I want to listen to some salsa music or something. But once you can relate to it or something, it's like, your ear is you gonna hone into it.
So true.
And so like that's really what it is, man, when it come down to it.
Just being relatable.
So talking about this social media thing, man, and I heard you saying like you try to get somebody to listen to your promo or whatever, and when people listen to it, and I know we've been getting a lot of this, it tickles me, man. It's really funny. But like when we promote our podcast, he does most of the promotion stuff. But when we promote it and then we get the feedback, Oh man, we been getting so much negative feedback, man. It be funny, man.
Yeah.
Dudes be saying so much crazy stuff, man. But I look at it and I'm like, okay, what you just said, you said something crazy, but you did take time to listen to a little bit of it, though. You gonna mess around and get caught in a minute. You keep listening to it, you know what I'm saying? But how do you respond, man? Or how does that negative feedback make you feel, man?
I love it.
Yeah.
Because it keeps you driven. You know what I'm saying? Like once you hear, if I put my all into a song and somebody be like, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me actually call you or tell me, explain. Like, cause I had to do that with the album cover. I put on my Instagram, and of course you're gonna get people, oh, I love it. But that one person that says, those that I want to hear you.
You don't want to know why. Tell me the why.
Tell me what it is. Tell me what I can change. Because if they already liking this, your change might make it 10 times better.
That's very true.
And
that's true.
I look at everything as a positive. Like, even if I don't care if you tell me you hate my song, I love that. What didn't you like about it? Well, I just feel like it was just this, and it's always something real something real small when it come down to people when they say they don't like something. Like, they'll be like, it was a little bit too much auto tune, or the song was just a little bit too long. That's something that can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? But getting that feedback is what you need, because that's the only way you can improve. If everybody keep telling you, yes, you're doing good, keep up the good work, you can't progress because you think you're at that right spot. But I always tell people, don't respond to me if it's good. Just hit me up if it's negative. Tell me what it is and be real. And that's what people know. That I got my close friends used to be all females. Now it's all females that I know that's gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest things that helped me get to it when it came down to my music, is not trying to prove myself, not trying to look a certain way. Was more so like how can I get better?
Man.
That's the biggest thing.
Man. And I mean, what you talking about, man, really, we deal with it on this podcast, man. Constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, Abu, man, correct me if I'm wrong, that's a cultural thing that we got a problem with. Black people don't like to hear when you wrong. You don't like to hear when I don't like that much. You could do this. Because life is about perspective. I've said that 100 times, man, on 53 episodes that we done shot, man. But life is about perspective. The way that my pops looks at something, the way that you look at something, the way that I look at something, man, that's three different views, man. You know what I'm saying? But you still respect the criticism when it's constructive, because like Abu said, man, a lot of the feedback that we've gotten, shout out, let me look at the camera and say this. Shout out to Valerie Davis. She is our manager for Black Man Event 2. My mom, shout out to her. She ain't got no problem with saying your intro was too long. You know what I'm saying? The episode was too long. You need to cut that off. Said all that to say, man, it's important to have that. I feel like in any industry where you're trying to reach the masses. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to reach other people, man, gravitate to their listening ears, try to get their hearts, man, this type of deal. When you talking about music, podcasting, that's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have a niche. You feel me? And I think, man, with Top Flight, boss, man, you got a niche for sure. You got a niche, man. And I just hope that, moving forward, man, that your label expands beyond Nashville. I want you to move too. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I feel you, because it's just, it'll be what in you growing, you helping, man, that 10-year-old, that 12-year-old, that 8-year-old, that 14-year-old that's seeing you in Nashville. But see, when you, man, take off, it's gonna be big, man.
And Jeremias, man, I was thinking about this also. So say somebody is listening to this podcast or looking at this podcast and they see you, but they don't have no talents in this area. They got talents in other areas, man. What kind of support do they need? Because it sounds like you got the support, and it sounds like you listen to your support system well. How important is it to have people in your support system that, like you said earlier, that won't tell you what you want to hear? They'll tell you what you need. You know what I'm saying? How important is that, man?
First off, you got to look at yourself, and you got to understand that you're not that guy. That's the biggest thing. Like in high school, that's how I felt. I felt like I was that guy.
Because you called it a sports thing, okay.
When it came to sports,
you
parties,
was the man,
all that. Like I'm that guy. But then when it came down to coming to TSU, it was humbling because regardless of who you are, nobody know you. I kid you not. You can have the best song in the world. They gonna boo the mess out of you in humanities. They gonna boo the mess out of you in King Hall.
Yeah.
You try to get up there and do a talent show, they gonna boo you.
Yeah.
And I say that with all respect.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it don't matter who you are, you're going to get booed.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they don't want to hear that. And
Yeah.
that was one of the biggest things that helped me is understanding that regardless of what my talent is, understanding that I'm not the best and that I need to take that, like y'all said, constructive criticism. Like being able to learn from my mistakes, being able to listen. That's what's most important. So if you ever say, for instance, you a photographer and you got to do some things for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get that experience. You got to get that under your belt. Because like I kid you not, I started doing photography. I started taking pictures, doing videos, just to get, just to understand everything in the industry.
Right.
Just because, you know, sometimes my photographer might not be there, but we got to get this music video done. We got to get these pictures. So, you know, that was one of the biggest things. And it was like, bro, these pictures suck. Cool.
Yeah.
What can I do? What do I need to do to fix this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And being able to truly, like I said, take that and understand, bro, like, you gonna have to find people that's gonna help you.
Yeah.
You have to find people around you that see your vision.
Yeah.
If nobody sees your vision, bro, you lost.
Yeah. And somebody that truly sees your vision and are not manipulating you
Yeah.
for the vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to wait till you blow up and then like, yeah, I was there from day one. I the one made you.
Yeah.
No, you just kind of
Yeah.
came along with the process,
Right.
And
which is cool.
You
know
gonna
what I'm
have
saying?
those, and you not gonna notice who they are.
Wow. See
Because
what I'm saying?
they might be your best friend, your mama, daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might be somebody who you think love the mess out of you.
Mhm.
They might love you, but they waiting on that.
They waiting on that come up.
They
Yeah.
waiting on that come up.
Yeah.
And they gonna leech.
Mm.
It that just comes with the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, the grass, you know, you gotta cut that grass every now and then.
Yeah,
See them
That's true.
snakes.
That's true. Dog.
Right.
That's true, man.
Right.
That's true. Because it's plenty of them. There's plenty of snakes in the grass, man. It's plenty of them. And like you said, we talked about it a little bit on off the air, but the girl that you was with, you know what I'm saying? Now that you here, what she do?
Oh yeah, definitely hit me up.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
you know, when I look at that situation,
Mhm.
and this goes into a completely different thing though,
Mhm.
but you know, love will have you doing crazy things. Like,
Man, say that one more time.
love will have you doing crazy
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And this really goes
Man.
into like what I was saying
Man.
before break with that song Karma. Like, that goes into a plethora of different things, man. Cause like, you'll sit here and mess around and take her back just because you love. You know what I'm saying? But you might be blinded by love that you thinking with your heart or you thinking with your penis that you're not really
Talk, man.
realizing what's
Say
going
what you
on.
say.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that how it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And if you want to do that, hey, more power to you.
Yeah.
But sometimes we gotta really think
Yeah.
and be like, bro, is this smart?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me take a step back. Is this what I really need to do?
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It and like you said, man, it's just putting that thought in there. You know what I'm saying? We've known each other through the realm of the fraternity, man. But one thing you always told me was sometimes say to yourself, thinking. Think. Just keep saying that over and over again, because that's gonna set your mind to where you really like, okay, I'm thinking now. You know, like, and it's small to say that. It's small to say that, but when it's 24 hours in a day, man. You got a lot going on.
And
sometimes you got to center that in.
And you get caught up in a situation, man, where you're not thinking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then by the time the situation is in motion, or you get to the end of it, you're like, what did I just do, man? You know what I'm saying? And that came all a part of what you just said, what you told him. Not thinking. No, you're not. You just not thinking about it. And then what you got to also, too, you got to add it up. Is it going to be worth it?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The consequences that comes after this, is it gonna be worth it? That's what I think. Black men in general, that's what we got to start doing, man. Is before we make moves, man, in any aspect in life, we got to start thinking this stuff through, man. I'm talking about think about it from the long haul. Don't think about it for just the temporary satisfaction I'm gonna get out of it. What's gonna happen a month from now? What's gonna come of this a week from now? What is this gonna look like 3 years from now? Because you can make a decision today that can impact your life forever, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta tell y'all what I'm talking about, but y'all think y'all feel me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You can make some decision, man, that will affect your life for the rest of your life, man. So that's important, man. It's really important, man. Well, tell me, man. So, what's the future looking like for Top Flight? What's the future looking like?
It's up from here. It's
Mhm.
like when I say up, like I said,
Yes, sir.
I feel like we have one of the hardest albums.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I said that is because when you look at the artists, we all completely different.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have more of a drill sound. Like you can, when you hear me, you think of Rod Wave, Young Boy, Lil Durk
Mhm.
type deal.
Mhm.
When you hear Max, you think of like a Larry June,
Mhm.
Wiz Khalifa type
Primo
vibe.
Rice
Wiz
type.
Khalifa,
of-
Yeah.
yeah.
Then when you hear
Mhm.
Cardo, you think
Yeah.
of Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
And then you hear Geo, you think of a up north type rapper. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Z-Boy who sing. He do R&B and he rap.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? All of us together,
Mhm. On one album.
man, on
Yeah.
one album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that,
It's
yeah.
like we touching so many different lanes that it's like, whew.
Mhm.
Like we dropped 2 singles beforehand, Fade Away and Pissed Off.
Mhm.
Pissed Off is, like I said, I use music to get, it's like my diary. I get my emotions out. I was hot
That
that
sound
day.
like a vent, man.
Yeah,
I
That
was-
sound like a vent.
I was pissed.
He high now. Talking about
Man,
it.
I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went in the booth and snapping.
Yeah.
And then everybody around me just did their part. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Fade Away, that thing, it's so smooth.
Yeah.
Like and Max got a deep raspy voice.
Okay.
So when he on it, you like, I can actually listen to this. I can vibe this. I can do whatever I want to. I can play this while I'm cleaning the house, while I'm
Yeah,
driving.
yeah.
It's smooth.
Yeah.
Z-Boy, he's singing. He's singing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about singing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he grew up in the church. So
Okay.
he's
it's
singing.
there. It's
singing.
there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's singing.
And
He's
he-
singing.
yeah,
singing.
Yeah.
And so he mixing all that.
Yeah.
With and he's a real engineer. Went to school for it. So
Okay.
he got an ear for it. So
Yeah.
Top Flight going crazy after this.
Man.
You know, I'm thinking about what you just said. So all of these artists that have this capability of putting music together, but they're behind the scenes stuff, the engineering, the marketing, and all
Yeah.
that stuff, man. That's some work, man. I know
Yeah.
that. Tell me about the work it takes to make that function, man.
Man, engineering is the number one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have the best lyrics, you can have the best beat. If it don't sound good, ain't nobody gonna listen to it.
That's
Yeah.
so
If it
true.
sound terrible in the club, they gonna turn it off.
Yeah.
Right.
If it sound bad on the radio, they gonna turn it off.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like now in the music industry, we say a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A lot of things that you can't say on the radio.
Right.
So without that
Right.
engineer, you can't get that clean version.
Yeah.
Without the engineer,
yeah.
you
Right.
can't. You might be off key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Without that engineer, your vocals might be low. You know what I'm saying? It might sound good in your headphones, but once you put it out,
Yeah.
it sound bad.
Yeah.
But-
That's true.
Right.
Z-Boy so cold that when we upload all our music, it always tell us, "Hey, we don't have to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You have your volume is perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything is great. You don't
Yeah.
have to pay us extra to fix nothing." So,
Yeah.
I mean, Z-Boy is a blessing.
That's
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
thinking about it. So you got all them people in your camp. That's saving money too, saving revenue on the
I was
front
thinking
end.
that, yeah.
But you got all
Yeah.
these people in their pocket, man. So I
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
pay nobody to come in and
Yeah.
do all this
I see
stuff.
the
You know
vi-
what
I
I'm
see the
saying?
vision.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
that,
I
man.
see
I'm
the- I
listening.
definitely see the
I'm
vision.
listening. Yeah.
I definitely see the vision, man.
Yeah, I'm
Listen.
with all of that, man.
I see
Yeah.
the vision, man. I wanted to ask you too, man. You talked about some of the rappers, man, that you kind of look up to, you know, or essentially kind of model when you talk about Rod Wave, and those guys. Did you have any of the older? You know, I gotta show some love, man.
You
to
stole
the-
my idea, man. You
I gotta
stole
show some
my
love
idea.
to the older generation. I got some old rap in my phone, man. Were there any older artists, you know what I'm saying, that 90s, 80s, 2000s that kind of made Abu who he is today in terms of your career?
Not really. When growing up,
Mm.
my brother loved Boosie.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
loved Buck,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
I'm more of a. If I would say anybody,
Mm-hmm.
it would be Starlito for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he ain't that old. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah. He
saying?
not. Yeah.
Like, I don't think
Yeah.
you realize, bro. I got to be backstage at the Lido Currency Don Tripp
Yeah.
concert about 2 weeks ago.
Word.
Bro, when I tell you that was probably the highlight of my year,
Man.
because it's like, bro, I done worked so hard
Yeah.
to get to this point where it wasn't even like I paid or reached out.
Yeah.
People will say, "Hey, bro, we want you to be here."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for me to be able to bring an artist with me to let them see, like, hey,
Yeah.
bro, this is gonna be us.
Yeah.
In a couple years, this gonna be us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna be packing out
Yeah.
halls, arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's really what it was. But yeah, the person would have to be Starlito for sure. If I had to pick anybody older, Starlito, Boosie, really, because that's all I really listen to. I mean, I listen to a little bit of Pac and Biggie, but I ain't gonna be like that dude to be like, oh, this is like, right now I would never listen to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like music is on a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like my line brothers, they bring up Jay-Z all the time. I'm like, bro, I never listened to Jay-Z. Never in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never.
Yeah.
So when it come down to real music, that's it. Boosie,
Lito. And man, fun fact, man, Marcus Shute Jr., the guy that we did the podcast with, man, he's related to Starlito.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Starlito, man. You know, we met when Marcus Shute Jr., shout out to him as well, had his campaign.
Right.
And we talked, man, shook it up. Starlito, man, is a very down to earth dude. Very down to earth dude, man. So yeah, shout out to him, man, if he's listening. Hopefully to bring him on, man, one of these days, man, on Black Man Event 2. But again, man, we want to thank y'all, man, for joining us, man. We're gonna keep it going real quick. Abu, man, flight season.
Yeah.
Give me your top 3 songs.
Ooh, that's hard. All 14.
All 14.
Real talk. Like you can't even.
Yeah.
You can't even discern. Like you can't even pick.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to it, you might have a top 3. Your top 3 gonna be different. His top 3 gonna be different. Mine go like it's so many dope songs on there, bro, and it's completely different vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing, it's tough. Like, it's tough.
Man, we're gonna tap in.
It's tough.
We're definitely gonna tap in.
It sounds like too to reach an audience, man, because I listen to you talk about them old school rappers, and see, you know, that's my era. I come through the Run DMC and then LL Cool J and then Fat Boys and you know all them folks. But my main thing back in them days, man, because I was on that Black Power thing, I was that Public Enemy and KRS-One type stuff, man, and Tribe Called Quest, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff I was on, man. And it was about that conscious rap, man. But now, like you said, the music scene is totally different, but it's still the same. Like the message still comes through the music, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they was putting a message out, and the ones I'm talking about, the conscious rappers putting a message out. Then you had the 80s, 90s, they put a conscious message out. And, you know, then it kind of went crazy for a minute because it was influencing people and they were listening, doing this thing. But now where we are right now, with like you said, that's the kind of stuff you got to do to reach the masses. You got to have something for everybody. It's almost like when a preacher preaches, man. You can't just preach to one side. You got to preach to the whole congregation. Yeah. So when a preacher put his message together, he got to be thinking about the whole congregation. So when you put that album together, that's how y'all did that, but that's how you went about it, thinking about not just one section, but every, you know, trying to reach the masses, man.
Trust. Like this album is so different. Like the songs is completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like we got all songs with us together on it. We got singles. Like I said, we got R&B. Like you go from R&B to Pissed Off, which is just some upbeat kind of drill.
I kind of want to hear the Pissed Off, man. I just want to hear what that's about, man.
That was stuck,
man.
Yeah, Pissed Off. I want to hear that.
You got Fade Away.
Did he?
Yeah, there it is.
Look how cameraman said he just
cameraman done downloaded it already, man.
So it's like you got so many different avenues on that one album. That it's like the neck and they go back to back. They go back to back, and it's like the way we put it together is you don't want to stop listening.
Okay.
And so that was one of the biggest things I said when it comes down to it. Women is what you need to focus on when it comes down to the music. You got women who like ratchet. You got women who love R&B.
Right.
You got women who love things they can relate to. But dudes is not gonna pay.
That's true.
Women is nowadays. Women is the one.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that, brother? They said we not gonna pay.
Women have the money. Like if you go into I promise you, go into the club now. You will see women in booths buying bottles. And you'll see dudes at the bar.
Said the
like,
roles have reversed.
Like the roles have reversed. And it's like,
man. Unfortunately, though. That's where it is in the world now, man. The roles have reversed, man, and we got to be careful, men, not to understand that we supposed to be leaders now. That we supposed to be. But like you said, the roles are reversed, so we got to kind of watch that. I threw that in as a sidebar. Brothers, don't stop being leaders. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop being leaders, man. But man, it's been a pleasure to have you, man. It really has, man. And I know how Jonathan always does it at the end, man. You can go ahead and promote. Just say something you want to give us a positive message, positive feedback before we get off here, man. But again, Jeremiah, it's been a pleasure meeting you, man. And I'm looking forward myself to hearing the album because I still listen to rap. So I'm more of a Christian rapper type thing right now, man. But I'm gonna check that out just because of that one song. I gotta hear that pissed off, man. Yeah.
Man, listen, Jeremias Elston, Abu the Don. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms at Abu the Don on Instagram, at Abu the Don __ on Twitter. Man, make sure y'all hit up the YouTube, which is Top Flight the Brand. You'll find all our music on there, vlogs, music videos, all that. We got Fade Away and Pissed Off dropping this week. The music videos for those. The album already out, so make sure y'all go on to Apple Music, Spotify, anything, your favorite platforms, man. Go on there, stream that. Like I said, make sure you follow me. Make sure y'all follow the Top Flight of the Brand page, because then you'll be able to keep up with all the artists. Everyone I mentioned today, like I said, they're talented. Everybody got a different sound. You're going to love one of us. So make sure y'all go ahead and follow all of us on social media. Keep up with what we're doing, because like I said, man, we taking off. This is only the beginning. I just thank y'all for having me so much.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on, bro. We appreciate you coming on, man. We appreciate just having you before you take off. You know what I'm saying? You know, you kind of like this now. You know how you get the plane and start doing like that. That's where you headed. You headed there. So we glad to be about right here with you. You know what I'm saying?
Look, we just got one request. We just got one request. When you make it, give us 2 concert tickets.
That's it.
That's all the request
we got you.
Well, we're gonna need 3. We're gonna need Taylor Made.
Well, 3 for the cameraman. Shout out to Taylor Made.
We got y'all backstage passes for sure.
Hey, man, another great episode, man. Body Mass Index of music and entertainment and a black man with our special guest, Jeremias Elston, A.K.A. Abu the Don. Man, it's been a great one, man. Music and entertainment. Nashville, have you heard of Black Man Vent today? I just like what we just did.
Yeah, man, I like that too, man. I like the promotion part, man, but I like it. Yeah.
It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. You can do what you can, and you can't with what you can't. Pop.
Nashville, until next week, it's a wrap. Black man, don't get trapped.